Hello everyone, it's Winona from Dairy Barn Art. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you're a regular viewer, thank you so much for following me. I hope to grow this channel, but it's a challenge. It's a challenge. There's a lot of junk journalers out there, and I need to learn a lot more. I'll explain that in a bit. But first, let's start with some everyday gratitude. So today's by George Washington Carver. I hope I didn't read this one. When you can do the common things of life in an uncommon way, you will command the attention of the world. Isn't that true? Which ordinary activities in my life might most benefit from an infusion of creativity? I love this book. I only do it with you guys though. I have another channel, my beading channel, and I should maybe pick up a different book to do with my beading channel. But if I did them both, it would confuse me way too much. So anyway, da-da-da-dum. Already do dermal. I finished my scripture journal. But I have so much to learn. This is a Reader's Digest book. I made my spine. Where's my ruler here? I believe it was 2.5 inches. Yeah, around 2.5. Maybe a little bit. Oh, hold it where I can actually see it. No, maybe not quite 2.5. Look at it. It's beautiful. But it's 6 inches wide at the opening. And any of you, if anyone who does a lot of junk journals is watching and can give me some advice, I'm wondering if I should take the spine out and redo the spine. And maybe use this part as a hidden spine because it's already stitched in here, and just put a bigger spine on. Whether that would be worth the work or not, because I wouldn't have to unstitch it. I could just cut it here. This could be inside, but mind you, that would bring my book out that much further, and my book's already out. I don't know, or just live with it, I guess. Learning experience. So anyway, it was a Reader's Digest condensed book. Here's the spine from it. I'm still going to make this into a bookmark, but it kind of got lost on my desk and I forgot about it. Found it this morning when I was straightening up. So I think I'm going to just trim this down this side. Maybe put some pretty paper on and a ribbon. A ribbon, is that what it's called? Something on the edge there. And use it to keep track of where I'm at. This is going to last a long time, because basically I write about a verse, sometimes 2 or 3 of scripture in my book a day, depending on what devotional I'm using. This year it's just 1, and they're very short. But there's a lot of journaling space in here. So anyway, I put some lace on, and it was white, and I hated it. It just didn't fit with what I was doing. So I mixed up a concoction of Distress ink re-inkers. I have a little bit of Rusty Hinge, a little bit of walnut, and maybe gathered twig, no, tea dye maybe I mixed in here. It didn't matter. You just needed something to change the color. So after it was on the journal already, I sprayed it and sprayed the spine. I sewed some old, I don't think they're really shell, just made to look like shell buttons in the spine. And I left that open because I love the Tim Holtz fabric. And when I sprayed the lace, it discolored the fabric a bit, but I'm fine with that. That looks good. This is from, I think, Padded Heart Company on Etsy, the heart. And I love those colors, so I put it on. And then I had this doily from somewhere in my travels, so I just put that on there as well. I used seam binding. I went on a seam binding dyeing binge a while back, and I was using my Close to My Heart re-inkers and my Tim Holtz re-inkers, and I did a whole bunch of it. So I used some of that to close it, because after I'm done writing, I do like to close it. So let's start at the beginning. It's 3 signatures. It's huge. So the first page, oh, I should mention that almost everything, every digital in this journal, except for maybe a half a dozen, are from Pink Monarch Prints. And this is her Super Simples. I don't know which number it is, but it's one of them. This paper clip comes out, and you have a little pocket here. You've got a little tag here, which I think I'll write the date that I started this journal. And then this is just, oh, there's something there. Maybe I can write the date that I made the journal. And I'm going to have to record some comments on like the alligator mouth and that in my other book, so I know next time to make the spine bigger, or maybe just do 2 signatures. So that flips open and you have a pocket here. And this is just the ephemera that comes in her kit with her super simples. I put some lace on, and you've got all these to journal on. I think that, yeah, I glued that one shut. So then we'll put these back in here. Oopsie. It'd be good if I could get them in there. And then you open this pocket and you've got a pocket here. And then this pocket opens up and you've got this to journal on. So lots of journaling space, even on the first page. A little tight. It gets better the more you use it. Journaling space there. This opens, but we've got a pocket in here. And then the back, we've got some journaling space. I'm thinking maybe this front page will be just some information about making the journal and how I felt while I was making it, and maybe some of my favorite scripture I'll put there. And then we've got this that could have easily been a pocket, but oh, I can't fit anything else in this journal. And then we've got all these beautiful pages to journal on. I worked in the school library for years, and I think of all the old books we threw out because they were just too old. Like, we had a book in the library that said what we may find when we go to the moon. It was from the 30s. Like, just treasures. But they're gone now, so you can't get them back. And in libraries, there is a need to be current, especially a school library. You need to have books that are current. Anyway, this is one of the cover pages from one of the stories in this Reader's Digest. I used them for the first and last page of each signature, and I just put a little bit of lace on each one. But I was concerned that the paper was quite fragile. They're held together by washi tape, but it was still fragile. So I took some of my rhubarb dyed paper, and I cut it on my Tim Holtz ruffled edge trimmer and just use some glimmer mists. I see there's not a whole lot of glimmer in there though. And then I use some stamp pads that I bought. But you can write on all of this page here. And then, if I can get into write, I really think I need a bigger spine. And then I can write on this page. This flips over. This is a tag here. Oh, that's where that other library one went. I'm going to keep this out because I want to put paper on the back. And then you can write on this. And this is another tag I made. It is well with my soul. And they're not necessarily, I don't remember which kits I bought, but I bought quite a few of her kits because they do coordinate well with each other. And then on here I've got Miracles Happen. Then I've got some of that little paper that I got from AliExpress, but I'm glad I got it now because it does add some dimension to the journal. And a piece of construction paper. I love that. And then this is paper from the kit. Here's a little tuck spot. I didn't tuck anything in there, but the Lord is my shepherd. Maybe I'll just leave that there for now. And then here's a hymn from a hymnal, and it's been tea-dyed. Here's a little envelope. This is hard to show. And I've just put some stickers on. Thank goodness for those washi tape stickers from China. And then here is some more on this side. This, when I was playing with watercolors, I made these. So I've put these in there. It's the same one, but that doesn't matter. The way I am, if I write on one and then turn to write on the other, I won't notice that it was the same picture. And this is for me. This is some of my tea-dyed paper. I have a digital of this paper where I've scanned it in and changed the color on it numerous times. There's like 40 pages, I think, in that digital. It's a really good deal. If you're interested, it's in my Etsy store. The description and address to my Etsy store is below in my description. I use some of the same fabric that I put on the cover on the spine. I use that to make some ruffles. This I This is from the kit, one of her kits, and I just glued it on a doily and sewed around it. I thought that looked really cute, and then I glued it on that rice paper from China. This is the back of that tea-dyed paper. And then on this side I put, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, and it continues. And my paper trimmer tore at this. I had to trim off a little sliver, but then I thought, you know, it kind of looks like the dirt that the flowers got growing out of, so I left it. Here's some more of her wonderful paper. I think that's in a different kit. And some more. Here's another one of my tea-dyed fabrics that I have in a kit on my Etsy shop. Also done in a whole bunch of different colors. I decided to start using the originals up. Here's that other side of that paper, or another piece of that paper. Here's just a little, it's, I don't know if I made it into a pocket or not, but it just says be still and know. And then this is that paper punch that I used in another video there. Here's another piece of paper with just the ruffle on it. This is light enough that it can be written on as well. I don't know if I'd write on that. I might write in this square. We'll see. It depends how big the verse is. And then this yellow page is lots and lots of writing space. I've decided that when I make journals for myself, I need to not do them so filled with ephemera, because I am a writer and I like to write, and I need the writing space. So here's another pocket. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. And then I've just put a flower from, I don't know if that was hers or if that was in my stuff, my basket, and then some cheesecloth. I had to look up where I keep it to see what it was called. And then just a couple of pieces of ephemera from her shop, from various kits. So there's writing there. Here's a piece of vintage wallpaper, and you can write definitely on there, but you can also write here in the middle. So even in this first half, like, it's going to keep me busy for a long, long time. Here's some more ruffle. Here's a library pocket. This is a die and a stamp set from Close to My Heart. You get the dies and the stamps. So I cut out the die. I think this is from My Porch Prints. And then I cut the library card out and stamped Remember This Day, and then put one of her flowers on it, and put some coffee dyed paper on the back. And here's another one of those yellow pages. Lots of writing space. Here's another page that won't get written on. You could glue a picture on there, but oh my goodness, if I start putting pictures in here, it'll just get huge. Another page I can write on. This is another one of, oh, I can't think of her name, but Pink Monarch Prints, Simple Stories. And this is cute. These come out and you have that little space to journal on, like a little secret space. And then we've got cards in here that we can journal on. And they all have journaling space on the back. I really like her kits. Like this here had this attached to it, and all you do is fold the paper in half, and I sewed around it, and you've got a nice little tag. And then I used one of these pieces, and you fold it in half, and I used an eyelet for a little tag there. I didn't put anything in the eyelet because when it came to doing that, that was one of the last things I did, was added lace in that, and it was already so thick I didn't want to add anything else to it. So I'll have to fix that up. So then when I flip this over, I go to number 2, and I've also got a few things in number 2. So here I've got another piece that I've done the same thing, and I've just added a little lace behind it. So I've got journaling space here. Here's another card that you just folded in half. You had to trim a little bit on the side, but it still turned out really good. I think that looks awesome. So those go in number 2. So then number 2 folds open, and then you've got this piece here where you have 2 journaling cards. here that come out, and then it says expect miracles and the beautiful little birdie there. Then on the side, here's this card that comes out, and it opens up, and it opens up, and then you've got the back side. So I'll be journaling forever. I would say if you're new and an ephemera is something that you don't, you know, you need ideas for, check out her Super Simples. I'm going to use them, and then once you learn what she does, the kit comes with everything. You cut it out, you follow her video, you do it. But then once you learn, it gives you ideas, and you can use them for other things with other papers. But this is from my Porch Prints too, and it says, ask whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. Matthew 21:22. And then I put a little butterfly here. It is kind of a tuck I left open, but I never put anything in it. And then I used a punch on the page. This, I can't remember who it's from. It might be my Porch Prints, but I'm not sure. It says, when the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of all their troubles. Psalm 34:17. I can't wait. I have 2 more pages in my scripture journal, and it's done. So I can even write on here and on here. I don't know how it'll work on here, but it's just a texture thing. This is part of the fabric. It just had numbers, so I thought, what the heck, glue it in. Here's an envelope that I put in. I just glued one of those washi stickers on it, and I put on this side just some more ephemera from Pink Monarch Prints, one of those little butterflies. These flowers might be from somewhere else, and love. So I put those on this side because I didn't bother doing anything on the backs, or this could have taken me forever. So then I just cut out a piece of her paper. Oops, I pulled that out. And made a journaling card, a real quick, very thin, because that was getting to the point where it had to be thin. Do not doubt, don't doubt not, fear not, sorry. And then it's just a journaling card. And had I been making this to sell, I would probably line the back or stamp something on the back as well, pretty up the backs, but this is just for me, so. And then there's that page there. And then I did some tea bags. I saw some tea bags on my cart. So I decorated them just with some paper in the background. I used one of her butterfly circle punch outs, Stay Positive, and I just put a couple of tags in. This one was like that. And then this one I just quickly made up. Had to be fit thin. Unconditional love. I might have to make the spine bigger. We'll see. And then this is just a piece of one of her prints from, I think it's a freebie actually. And I printed on the back. I just printed it on regular paper, and I tucked it in there to write on. That page is just left with the paper. This is the construction paper. I just put a butterfly on it. I thought it looked nice there. And then I put a butterfly. I can write around there. Here's the other side of that paper. Some more bead dyed paper, and it's been punched. And then fully known and loved by God. That's one of my stamps. And this is just some of that bead dyed paper that I sprayed and glued on to the back page. And then my lace here. So that's the first. We're 18 minutes in, and that's the first signature. That's how big this thing is. And here's the second signature, the crow flies. This God provides refuge. And then I thought this is cute because if I do this upstairs, which I may or may not, I can color in with my pencil crayons on there. So I thought that was kind of neat. Here's another sheet out of a hymnal. And then this is a different punch I used in this signature. Here's another cluster I made, Be Not Afraid. And I've just added one of the little tags. Labels, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And this is from Pink Monarch Prints as well. And then that just finishes that page. And then on this page, I used one of my watercolor pieces as a tuck. And then I put one of these labels in there, and then I made a tag out of one of her tags. This too shall pass. I always think of Mark Lowry. He is a Christian comedian and singer. He sings with the Gaithers, and he has a funny sketch about "This too shall pass." But anyway, here's another piece of tea-dye paper that I've punched. Here's one side of the envelope, and I just put a butterfly on there. I definitely am going to have to order more of those butterflies. I just inked up because you can write. I thought it would be cool because you could write here, 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 and that. Like I do that on circles sometimes, and you just get smaller in the inside. So I thought that was kind of cool. Some more beat dyed paper. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. And then I put one of my watercolor guys in there, and this is left over from one of the kits. And then I put a butterfly in the corner. And then I've got a page each of that paper from AliExpress, some more vintage wallpaper. Here's some kind of like construction paper, but has been embossed. And then this is another one of her super simples. You have this pocket here. Uh-oh. This might have got glued in. Let's see here. I was impatient, and I got my glue too far over. There we go. So here's just a piece of ephemera that you can write on the back. If you find that happens, just kind of put your ruler in there gently and dig around. Like this is really tight for this piece. I'm going to have to work on that later. But anyway, this is a pocket here, which I can't reach. Is it a pocket there? It goes like this. Yeah, there's a pocket here, which I don't need to access anyway. But it pulls out, and here we have some writing space. And then we've got this butterfly and some ephemera, and we've got a nice tag. I've used a punch on the pocket. This flips over. We've got that cute little girl, and we've got a quote, "Cherish, to hold something dear, to protect and care for something lovingly, and to keep in one's mind." And then we've got another piece of watercolor tag, and then just some of her tags or journaling spots. And there's lots of room there. There's the front and the back. So we've got those. And then on the other side, which sits on over a page like this. So on this side, we've got a pocket here with love, and then we've got some tags in there, and this is a tag within a tag. And then we open it up this way, and we've got another little pocket, and I think this opens up so you can journal there. And I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah. And then it goes like this over the page. And we've got another piece of really aged construction paper. Another piece of the rice paper. We love him because he first loved us. And I glued that in. And so then I've got a couple of pockets. Oh no, that's just one pocket. Seek and ye shall find. And you can write on the back. And a part of the reason this is bulked up is almost everything, almost all the ephemera is cut out of cardstock. And that bulks it up too. But it sure looks nice. And then some more writing space. Adding these butterflies just brightens it up. And some more tea-dyed. I wonder if my mom's here, the dogs are barking. Some more tea-dyed. Then here's a tuck with one of those labels in, and simple things. Oh, why can't I get that in there? And then another piece of paper to write on. This is another one of her simple things, and this clip fits in here, and you've got all these little pockets here. that hold a little tag. Sorry, my arm's in the way. They all hold little tags that you can write on the back, and you open that up, and the other side has all these little pockets. Then this here, this circle, the things of my soul, it has a big tag in it. In all the ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. And then there's writing room on the back. And I'm not sure if this opens up anymore. Oh yes, here's a tag on the side. And then you've got writing room on there. And then you've also got a tag inside here with writing room. Really cool. And then this just fits right in there. There we go. I thought that opened, but no, I guess not. And then this tag, it only fits, I'm going to have to lift this up. There's a little spot where I didn't add glue, and that's where it fits in there to hold that. Here's another one of those butterflies that I've glued onto a doily and put on the rice paper. Added a flower there, one of those stickers. Here I turned one of my watercolor pieces into a pocket and I grunged it up a bit. And I just put a simple tag in. I didn't put anything because by this time I was like, oh my goodness, this is getting so full. But this color really complements that page, and the swirls on there go really good with the swirls in here, and I didn't feel it needed anything more. So, and then the wallpaper and the 2 pages from that AliExpress haul. Oops, there's some of that the sheet that those stickers are on. Here's another sticker. I kind of broke a bit, but some more. You can see when I inked these papers after they were in my book, and look at, you can see the inking there. That's kind of cool. So then this is another envelope, and by this time too I was like, I can't decorate the envelopes, it's way too full. So all I did was, here was a card that was left over from one of my simple stories that I printed. Not simple stories, symbols. So I glued the flower on upside down, but I just put that in here, and just a scrap of the beat dyed paper in here as well. And then on the back I just put one of those flower stickers. Another piece of tea dye paper. Here's another tea bag that I just decorated up with some lace, some cheesecloth, a circle I just sewed up and down on the body of the butterfly, and then I put another one of these labels and another tag I had made that says faith and hope. And then I just stuck, I had these left over from printing as well, so I just stuck that in there, nice and light. And then we're at the end of that. So we've done 2 signatures in 28 minutes. We're getting faster. So this was Fire Mountain, and again I put lace on, and again I sprayed, and I just love this page. The Kingdom Keys, 1 door. I love that. And then here's another page from a hymnal. Here's the flap from the envelope. Again, I thought it'd be cool to write in a rectangle or a triangle. Another piece of my tea dye paper with the sunflower sticker on. I love that sticker. Then on this piece of embossed paper, I put my cup runneth over, and I put one of the circles in because, again, it's fun when you write. You start here, or you could start in the middle, I guess, but I start here and I start writing around and around and around to the center. So got that to journal on. Then this, I think, is also my porch prints, but the rest is from Pink Monarch Prints, and I made a little cluster, and then I've put these 2 in. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. And then there's the back. So I'm going to be busy in this book for years. And then here's the punched paper. On this side is another tea bag. I just put a piece of paper in the back, and then I've got another one of those labels and Serenity tag to go inside. some more of that paper, ledger paper, some more construction paper with a sticker on it. Be strong and of good courage. This is just decoration on here. Some more fabric. Here's a little tuck that I made just using one of the labels, sorry. And I just put another label in. And this is a piece of paper that I cut out from one of her kits. It was just backing for something, and I just folded it like an envelope, put a butterfly on it, and tucked it in here. Like I said, by the time you get to the third signature decorating, you're like, how much bigger is this book gonna get? So here's the punched out beat paper. Here's another one of her simples. This one is unshaken. Let's lift this up a bit. And you flip this one up, and you've got anchored, and you've got some tags in here that you can use. Then you've got tell your story, and each of these you can use, sorry, I pulled myself down too far, tell your story. Okay, then you open this and you have writing space here, and you've got a pouch here, a pocket here, free and unstoppable, and there's more writing space. And then we'll fold that in and fold that over. And then we've got some more of this rice paper, hymnal, tea-dyed, and we're at the center of the last signature. More tea-dyed, the hymnal. Here's another one of the simples. This one has, oh my God, I think a pocket here that has a pocket up here. And there's a tag in there, our journaling card. And then we've got faith to complete trust or confidence in something or someone. Let me just get that in a bit more. And then on the other side, I have a pocket here that I haven't put anything in. So you've got more room to put stuff in. And that just slides in here. Sorry about that, my husband just came in. Anyway, so I was putting that pocket back in, and then we've got a pocket down here with just some tiny little pieces of ephemera that all have journaling spots on the back, so they can just fit in here. Then this pocket has a journaling spot here, and then we've got this that says thoughts, and it flips open. You got space there, you've got space here. This tag comes out, you've got space there. And when you're writing scripture, like you might be able to get your day's scripture on something small like this, or maybe you can get 2 days depending on the verse. And I tend to change color. I have one of those 4-color pens, and I change color each day so that I can kind of see where the next day starts. And then you've got a spot on the back here that you can write on. Then this pocket has this in, dream. And I just stitched around both of these pieces. And then we've got the spot back here. I really like these simples. I need to make up some to go in my idea journal. Just your paper back here. And your bead dyed paper. Here's another pocket, be still my soul. And answers. This I just decorated up with some of the things from her kits. And then there's the back to write on. And then here's another sticker that I put in. I thought after, I could have used napkins too, but I didn't have my napkins out, so. And then this is another butterfly. More writing spots. I didn't put anything on this page, I just put the ruffle down the side. This page, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord. And I put one of those little labels in. I've put one of the pieces that I made when I was playing with watercolors, and then just a piece of her paper that I had printed out. put a nice little butterfly to kind of get off of that. There. Here's another butterfly. See how the colors play off each other? A little bit of orange. Picks up each other. Picks up the colors. And then I got my coffee, my tea dyed. Here's another Simple Stories. Or no, I just did this. This was an envelope. This was the green envelope. And I put perfect love casteth out all fear. And then I quickly made a little tag to go in here. Or a little card. He restoreth my soul. And it's good on the back. And then it has a pocket right here, but the envelope is also a pocket. And I just had some of the paper left over from her freebie that she had on Facebook. You should check that out too. That's a wonderful way to learn different ideas to make tags. I really, really like her style. Been watching a lot of her videos. A lot of instructional videos. And on the back, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. And then a butterfly. And then another piece of scripture. And then the last page is God's timing, stand watch. I thought that was a good way to end the scripture journal. And super grungy. And then here is another one of the super simples. Sage, it's Mom. Sage. Sage. I'll quickly do this. This opens up, it says your story. And you've got a little notebook here that I made with just some coffee dyed papers. If I can get this in here. Oh, I'm going to leave it out. You've got a tag here that says this moment. And you can write on the back. And then you've got this little card. And this is why I was leaving it out. I put a piece of paper here. It's just glued in, but it kind of catches the notebook when you put it in, or whatever's on the back when you try to slide it in. Okay. Sage. And then here's some more little pieces of ephemera that you can write on the back. And you could write on here too if you want. Depends how I'm feeling. When I get to that point, whether I just want to start a new journal or if I need this space because I haven't got a new journal. And again, it is well with my soul. That's just such a good piece of scripture. And then these are little paper clips. And then you open this and you've got little tags here as well on the side that come out. And then to keep it closed, you just slide the paper clip here. But you know, if you need it somewhere else in your journal, you can easily do that. And then on this side too, we've got a little paper clip. Let me take it off. And then make today beautiful. I decorated the top. And then I've just got some little pieces here. So I would love to be putting this in my Etsy store, but I think I learned some things from it that I'd have to refine before I feel comfortable. And one is because it is such an alligator mouth. It may be hard to write in. We'll see when I start writing it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do another one though. I had so much fun doing this, and I just couldn't wait to get started every day. This may have to get folded in half because it kind of sticks out there. We'll see what happens. And then I didn't put my name on the back, which I usually do, and I'm going to have to. Usually I take a little piece, I stamp my name, and then I put a little piece of paper on the back. So we'll see. We'll see what we do with it. It's staying here so I can change my mind and do what I want. Yeah, see, this is about as tight as you can get it closed right now. But even if you made it 2 inches bigger, it would be a much, yeah. Please talk me out of this. Taking this apart here and adding 2 inches on the spine and putting it back together, because that would make a huge difference in how it sits. Mind you, if you're sitting it on a shelf, once you're done, this is beautiful this way or this way, you know. But anyway, I'm glad you've come along on this journey with me, and I think my next project is going to be using some of my Elizabeth Craft designs, dies, and making some stuff for my grandchildren. I will have a few haul videos coming up. I've been stockpiling some stuff I've bought because I haven't had time to go through and sort it. But anyway, that's it for today. I wish you lots of luck, love, and happiness. Until we meet again, take care, my friends. Bye-bye.